Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our new series, Speaking Universally. Let's charge up the power. Charge it up. Let's go. Come on. All right now. Sing it, boy. Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our new recap series that we will have every week as we'll recap this week in universe mode. Every single week you guys will be getting a Speaking Universally to get a recap of both Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live over to go over the main talking points. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. If you are new to the series, hit that like button, hit that red button, and turn on those post notifications as we'll be recapping everything from the red brand and blue brand's versions of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live. We kick things off with the phenomenal WWE Universal Champion AJ Styles. AJ Styles came out to address the WWE Universe about him and Shinsuke Nakamura at SummerSlam. Styles went on a tangent saying that they're saying that he doesn't give a crap about what the fans think about the controversy at SummerSlam, and said that he will do whatever it takes to retain that Universal Championship and be the face that runs Monday Night Raw. He doesn't give a crap how he gets the job done as long as he is still the Universal Champion. Well, he got interrupted after his speech by the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. Now, I'm going to play a little clip of what Samoa Joe proclamized to AJ Styles in just 1 second.
Oh man, but you see, Brock Lesnar will get what is coming to him at Clash of Champions. But you know, maybe tonight, me and you can get it on in this ring, wherein I can beat you and probably take that Universal Championship from you at Clash of Champions. Oh man, Samoa Joe getting a challenge out to our Universal Champion. No, that's not going to happen. Because I've already proposed a fatal five-way match to debut new stars here in Universe Mode and bring back past stars, and you're not in it. You worry about Brock Lesnar, partner, and let me take care of what I got to take care of as the Raw's Universal Champion. Oh, in fact, Joe's not going to get his proclamation. Well, let's scratch that. Give me a match next week, AJ. Since you're so good and so phenomenal, even though you had to cheat to win, I want you next week on Monday Night Raw. And if I win, I get a Universal Championship shot at Clash of Champions. Oh, well, man, Samoa Joe wants the full double duty. You're on. If you beat me in the middle of this ring next week, I will give you a Universal Championship shot at Clash of Champions, and the match at Clash of Champions will become a triple threat. I'm on. Let's see if you can beat the phenomenal one. Oh man.
As you heard from that clip there, AJ Styles was on for the matchup between him and Samoa Joe next week on Monday Night Raw, and that is what's going to be happening later on today in this live stream that you guys will be seeing. Your main event of Monday Night Raw, AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. If Samoa Joe beats AJ Styles, he will be added to the Universal Championship matchup at Clash of Champions. So that is the stipulation that we have in this matchup. Big matchup coming up. We also seen Samuel Lewis make his first ever entrance as the European champion last week as well. He was very impressive. He came down to the ring, held the Universal Championship, and he took on Jason Jordan in a amazing matchup there. Those two tore the house down. After that, we seen Samoa Joe make a statement towards Brock Lesnar and AJ Styles by destroying the Big Show and making sure that saying that he is the man around here. After that, we got an attack by the Authors of Pain on the Hardy Boys as they took out the Hardy Boys. Um, as they took out the Hardy Boys before the match got started. Hardy Boys tried to fight back after the match, but unfortunately was unsuccessful, and AOP picked up the victory. So at Clash of Champions, it will be the Hardy Boys versus AOP in a rematch from SummerSlam for the Raw Tag Team Championships. We also crowned the number one contender for the European Championship. Samuel Lewis will be facing the Bar's Cesaro at WWE Clash of Champions for the European title. But Cesaro will be going one-on-one with Kevin Nash tonight on Monday Night Raw. On Monday Night Raw to get himself hyped for Clash of Champions. Lewis wants to put Cesaro to the test, and we will see this matchup this week coming up on Monday Night Raw. This is going to be good. After we seen the Fatal 4-Way matchup to see who will go on to qualify for the European Championship, we seen Kairi Sane make her debut in this universe mode as she took on Nikki Bella. Well, Nikki Bella put up a fight, but it was not enough as Kairi Sane just completely destroyed her with that beautiful elbow from the top rope, and Kairi Sane was successful. Then after that, we got her hearing from Brock Lesnar and his client Paul Heyman as they address why Brock Lesnar is the United States champion and why is Lesnar back full time. He said that Lesnar is back full time to prove all of the WWE universe wrong that says that Lesnar is lazy, Lesnar can't go. Well, Lesnar said he can still go, and Lesnar said that he will be on Monday Night Raw more often. And would you look at this right here, ladies and gentlemen? Brock Lesnar will be on Monday Night Raw making his first appearance on Raw since winning the United States Championship, as Lesnar will be taking on Dolph Ziggler for that United States champ. We'll be taking on Dolph Ziggler in a one-on-one action this week on Monday Night Raw. Will Paul Heyman's prophecy come fulfilled? Will Lesnar even show up? Will Lesnar even compete like he says he will? Well, we'll all find out on Monday Night Raw as the Beast will be in town. Then we had our Raw Women's Champion Naomi show up as she took on the debuting Bianca Belair, and Bianca Belair in a shocking upset defeated the Raw Women's Champion in a classic match between the two. These two absolutely tore the house down in Brooklyn, but Belair was too much for Belair was too much for Naomi to handle, and Belair picked up the victory, shocking the entire world. Well, Belair looks to continue her winning ways as she will be taking on Alexa Bliss this week here on Monday Night Raw as Little Miss Bliss makes her return to Universe mode on Monday Night Raw tonight as she'll be taking on Bianca Belair. Well, Belair has been looking for an opportunity at that Raw Women's Championship after defeating Naomi, but she's going to have to wait a little bit because Ember Moon is already booked in for her rematch for Clash of Champions for the Raw Women's Championship. Well, Belair is not too happy on that, so she might take her aggression out on Alexa Bliss. She was amazing last week, but she might take her aggression out on Alexa Bliss this week on Monday Night Raw. Also this week, Ember Moon makes her return to action for the first time since SummerSlam as she will be taking on Carmella in one-on-one action at WWE Monday Night Raw. Also, we hear from our European champion Samuel Lewis about as he'll speak for the first time since winning the European title and speak on his thoughts on fighting Cesaro at Clash of Champions tonight on Monday Night Raw. And then our main event, what we already went over, is AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe for Monday Night Raw. We also seen a fatal 5-way matchup Seth Rollins, Velveteen Dream, who made his Universe Mode debut. Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, and Dean Ambrose competed in a fatal five-way to determine number one contender. Dean Ambrose was successful in that matchup, and he will face AJ Styles for now in a one-on-one match for the Universal Championship. But that could all change after tonight's main event, as Styles will be going one-on-one with Samoa Joe for the Universal for the right to see who will be fighting for the Universal Championship at WWE Clash of Champions. Will it be a triple threat or will it stay a one-on-one match? We will find out on Monday Night Raw coming this week. Now we move on to the Blue Brand, ladies and gentlemen, as the Blue Brand Monday SmackDown Live kicked off with the Commissioner Triple H, as he kicked things off here, talking about his win at WWE SummerSlam and the future of the Cruiserweights. Triple H announced that there will be 4 qualifying matches for the SmackDown Live to crown our first ever Cruiserweight champion. Because as you guys can see here, SmackDown Live does not have a Cruiserweight champion after Tommaso Ciampa walked out. So Triple H said they crown our first ever Cruiserweight champion. It's going to be a 4-way qualifying matches to do that one. Also, Triple H announced that Kevin Owens will be taking on the winner of Kevin will be taking on the winner of Aleister Black and The Undertaker in the main event for the WWE for the WWE Championship at Clash of Champions, which you guys can see on your screen. Aleister Black is your new WWE champion. But let's recap the major happenings. So, Brian Asiel spoke for the first time since making his Universe Mode debut in the Creators Tournament. Asiel came out. We all thought that Brian Asiel was going to be a part of was all going to be a part of the Authority, or the Alliance you can call them, and join the Alliance to make them even more stronger. But Brian Asiel turned into a new threat for Triple H after he just got rid of Nightwolf. Now we gotta deal with Asiel, as Asiel said that he is coming for the Alliance. Triple H warned them that he has plan B's and C's, and Asiel said he has the same thing, which we found out what his plan B and C is later on that night. After that, we had Rob Havoc make his Universe Mode debut as he pulled up in a limousine, brash and looking very good, as he took on Shelton Benjamin in one-on-one action. Benjamin and Havoc stole the show, but in the end, Rob Havoc got the victory via pinfall and was impressive in his Universe Mode debut. After the match, Benjamin and Havoc shook hands. Maybe this could be a future partnership between these two, as Benjamin showed his respect to Rob Havoc as Benjamin walked off outside the ring. After that, we seen the first qualifying match, as we seen the returning Rey Mysterio back to WWE, returning back to Universe Mode for the first time since 2K15, as he took on Cedric Alexander and Hideo Itami in a triple threat number one contenders qualifying match for the Cruiserweight Championship at Clash of Champions. In the end, it was a back and forth contest with almost seeing Alexander, Itami, and Mysterio win it on their own, but in the end, Rey Mysterio was able to pick up the victory and head to WWE Clash of Champions for being the first Cruiserweight to qualify. We'll have our second Cruiserweight Championship qualifier this week on SmackDown Live, as we'll find out who the qualifiers will be when the show goes live on the air. We've also seen the number one contendership contest before crown our number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship, as The Miz made his SmackDown Live return / debut for the first time since WWE 2K16, as he took on Sandy's Killian Dane and Cassius Ohno. This was a very, very dominant contest by Killian Dane, as Killian Dane severely injured The Miz here, as The Miz suffered a minor head injury and broken ribs because of Killian Dane, and The Miz will be out of action for some time. Cassius Ohno suffered a minor concussion by by Killian Dane as well, and he'll be out of action for some time. So Killian Dane proved how brutal a force he can be as he took out both The Miz and Cassius Ohno, and they will be out of action for some time being. Hopefully we'll have an update on Cassius Ohno and The Miz later on as we get further on in the next couple of weeks. Then Bayley had talked about her SmackDown Women's Championship match at SummerSlam, as she said that she was the greatest woman of all time, but she was interrupted by Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott has been making a name for herself here on the Blue Brands, is making a return as she is undefeated in one-on-one action, and she challenged Bayley to a SmackDown Live Women's Championship match at Clash of Champions. Bayley said you have to earn it, but on one condition, as she has to win a match that Bayley picks next week on SmackDown Live. So, on WWE SmackDown Live this week, Ruby Riott will take on an opponent of Bayley's choosing and in a stipulation of Bayley choosing. And if Ruby Riott wins, Ruby Riott will head to Clash of Champions and to fight Bayley for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Then we had Lars Sullivan make his SmackDown Live debut against the glorious Bobby Roode. As the struggles continue for Bobby Roode after he lost to Sami Zayn at SummerSlam, Sullivan took Roode out once again as he completely destroyed him, and Sullivan attacked him after the match. The era of Lars is officially in play, ladies and gentlemen, and Lars Sullivan will look to take out everybody in his path. Then we had a number one contendership qualifier for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships currently held by Sandy. Bludgeon Brothers Harper and Rowan make their way down to the ring as it was revealed that these two men are part of the new group that Brian Angel has, the Brotherhood, as the Bludgeon Brothers were revealed to be working with Angel, as Angel has his plan B for the Alliance. They took on Gallows and Anderson in the number one contendership qualifier. Harper and Warren were very impressive in the back and forth contest against the former Raw Tag Team Champions, and they took them out pretty easily here as the complete destruction reigned. Then we had Brian Angel versus Chris Jericho, as Angel made his SmackDown Live debut, walking and glistening down to the ring very, very impressively as he took on Chris Jericho. It was a back and forth contest pretty much because of Kevin Owens being there to provide distractions. But in the end, Brian Angel stood the fight. He stood tall and fought back, and he defeated Chris Jericho via pinfall to thwart off Plan A of the Alliance. It'll be interesting to see what the Alliance and Triple H come up with for Brian Angel next week on SmackDown Live. And we had Aleister Black versus The Undertaker to finally close out this edition of Monday Night of SmackDown Live, as Black got his rematch from SummerSlam after the controversy that happened in the main event of SummerSlam with Undertaker pinning Black, but his shoulders were up. Taker made that anonymous entrance in the Brooklyn crowd, as it was absolutely incredible to see these two go at it one more time for the WWE Championship, and the referee holds still. Black just pretty much was on a mission here. He brought out all the weapons. He brought everything out of The Undertaker and gave everything back to him. Choke slam through the table, choke slam, Black Masters. He had his match, had everything and destruction, but in the end, The Undertaker failed to Black Mass, as Aleister Black is your new WWE Champion, and he will be fighting Kevin Owens in the main event of in the main event of Clash of Champions for the WWE Championship in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. After the match, Aleister Black sent one last statement to The Undertaker, dragging him to the table and sitting down right next to the dead man to end SmackDown Live. Well, that was an edition of SmackDown Live and Speaking Universally. It's going to be a big week here for both the red and blue brands. On SmackDown Live, Finn Balor makes his universe mode, is in action since after Balor lost his United Kingdom Championship to Roman Reigns. Balor will be in action on SmackDown Live, and Mr. Money in the Bank will make his return. Also, the United Kingdom champion Roman Reigns will make his return to SmackDown Live as well. What does Roman Reigns think of becoming the United Kingdom champion, or we'll find out on the on the blue brand as well. That is it, ladies and gentlemen, for this edition of Speaking Universally. Let me know what you guys think about it. About it in the comment section down below. What should I change? Is it a good thing? Do you like this recap series? Or do you do not? If you do, hit that like button, hit that red button, turn on those post notifications. If you don't, tell me why in the comment section down below. But I've been your host, Coach Trent. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you guys in the next edition of Speaking Universally. And see you guys for Monday Night Raw live from Los Angeles, California.